In between this video and the previous one, if you recall when I was talking about scammers on Steam and Discord, turns out I wasn't out of the woods yet. At some point when they were trying to trick me, they snuck malware onto my computer and they only acted upon it several days later when I was least expecting it, while I was sleeping. So I woke up to my account credentials on Steam being changed. I think through that malware they probably found data through my browser, I assume, because I use my email there, on how to data they could use to remove my two-factor authentication, because I realized that that wasn't working either and I couldn't even reset it properly. So I had to contact Steam support, and good thing I recorded in advance because I would have fallen behind on uploads if not for that. Steam support is great. I filled in the form for my request, and I also gave them a paragraph of text describing exactly what happened as concisely as I could, plus screenshots to show what I woke up to and everything I was talking about, just to confirm it. And they didn't even ask me for any clarification or anything. They just responded with, "We've reset your account. Everything should be fine now. Here are the new credentials and login information." I'm like, yes! The main downside of this is that the hacker wiped my friends list. So if anyone watching this happens to be a former friend on Steam, just add me again. You should be able to find me easily. I'll accept your requests. I'll recognize you. I just, off the top of my head, I couldn't remember anyone other than my best friends. So yeah, that's what happened. It's all good now, though. I ran several scans on all files of my computer. In other words, every file inspected. No viruses detected. So, when it comes to the remaining mysteries in the game, I was so stumped that I did look up a little bit. I don't know if I want to do all of them now, but I'm going to do more important stuff, like a certain achievement. Which, I don't know if you can do it when you play the tutorial for the first time as well. I would assume it works, but in Trial 3... there's just one thing I didn't think of, which is this. I don't know why the door in this fight seemed to be open or closed sometimes. Yeah, insult to injury, avoid confrontation with the 13th visitor. Makes sense. It would also make sense if you can do that when you play the game for the first time. And I guess you could just take damage from those turrets during the bomb portion of the tutorial. So yeah, that's all I was missing there. In hindsight, it's kind of obvious, but oh well. Other than that, do I wanna... No, I think that's all for now. I have an idea on how to do the rest of the stuff in a future video. Right now I kind of want to get back into the swing of things after the almost 2 days of not playing the game, actually. Because before I got hacked I was sort of relying on the videos I'd already recorded to take a bit of a break and play some other stuff. I played Frosthaven once again with my friends after several months hiatus, and it was great. We were all piloting our classes super well, like we never skipped a beat. I guess I don't really want to say anything about the scenario we completed, though. I don't know how many Frosthaven fans would even be watching this. I'll just leave it at that. Frosthaven is great. I like it a lot. when I'm not getting screwed by attack modifier deck RNG, but hey, what can you do? So last time I played a Scully. I think I'm gonna change some of my stuff. I pretty much showed off energy bombs. I haven't gotten 6 at once, but I think you would also need the blessing that opens shortcuts for that to be a particularly good idea. And since I'm playing Arena Blaster, the changes are irrelevant. Actually, they're going to be completely irrelevant unless I keep playing Loop 13 multiple times, which I might. I kind of want to beat Loop 13 as every single ship. Every ship that's functionally different, of course. But for the future, I think I'm happy with this assortment. Laser bombs are fun, energy bombs are fun, gold bombs are fun. These are not quite so fun. Well, yeah. Don't know why I'm hesitating. This is all I want to do. For now. Okay, you can't go back out. I couldn't remember if I had to teleport out to avoid... Right, I'm not doing power internal and pea shooter anymore. Yeah. Sure. I'm feeling adventurous. I'm still thinking though, like, why would you hack someone's account just so you can play Counter-Strike? Because after I informed my friends that I was hacked, one of them noticed and he's like, what the heck? Is that why they hacked you? I'm sure they probably would have tried to sell my account on the black market or something. But since that was the main activity of the account... Oh, I finally did that room properly. Nice. I feel like that was a high priority for the hacker to play Counter-Strike. And I also told one of my friends who got me... what was it? Counter-Strike Global Offensive, I think it was called. I only played it for a little bit. I'm not into that kind of competitive FPS. I talked to the friend in question. I told him, why did you buy me that goddamn game? This is all that became of it. Yeah, Hellfire Barrage. So I guess the new items that can overcharge you make this better? But given that this might be severe overkill, and again the global damage multiplier applies to any damage, I might as well get something cheaper that can scale to kill enemies anyway. I will admit that getting hacked like that made me question if I should be investing in more DRM-free games, because while they were still recovering my account, I could play something like SteamWorld Heist 2, which I got from Good Old Games. I don't need an account to play that, of course. Maybe I should have done... Yeah, it was kind of a mistake not to do microcore with this. I think you can only fight microcore once per run. If I'm right about that, does it reappear if I ignore it now? Can you actually force macrocore? You know what, I'm gonna try that. What the heck? I should have fought the boss first to take advantage of the ammo refill. Void is pretty good. I'm wondering if I should do Loop 13 or Trial 5 as the finale for this series. Then again, maybe there's something more I don't know about. I see the delay lets them sort of dodge it. Because despite how awesome and difficult Trial 5 is, or at least its last boss is, it still feels like kind of a side thing. At least I'm interpreting Temple as only being tangentially related to the main story of the game. Maybe it's because I know the Temple is inspired by that old project they did. So I almost see it as non-canon, which might not be true, but I'm overthinking something that I don't particularly care about with that. I sometimes think of Void as enemies can't fire revenge bullets, but it's even better than that. Another forced enemy upgrade. Was Chain Lightning working on... Oh, it works on those in general. Huh. I also don't remember if Chain Lightning could hit any number of additional enemies, or if it was just one before. Is that a buff, or am I just misremembering? I should have probably switched weapons. Do I do Temple? That is the question. I feel like Capacity is more fun than Pack Rat. I think I realized what happened with Nautilus in the Monolith fight that one time. Something tells me that destructible bullets don't count as fire bullets, even if they have the fire bullet sprite, which is kind of weird. But at least I understand it. Wait, did that crate require all of my ammo? Yeah. What the? Oh, that's what Sakabash is. Launches walls at high speeds. I already used World Fire. Okay. Oh, full charge does. Oh, I can't escape Sakabad. I played a little bit of Block Koala in UFO 50. It's very dry, but it's fine. I kind of want to keep this thing. It's a very slow firing charge. This rapid fire is still the way to go. Versus regular enemies. Ah. This fight is a travesty. My performance is, anyway. I think this is definitely a room clearing weapon, and as was pointed out, as was pointed out, the active that knocks blocks around, which I guess is just an active version of Soccer Bash, right? I completely forgot that you can crush enemies with blocks, which is actually quite strong, and being able to consistently do that in most rooms is very much worth considering. Drill, I guess. I noticed that damage up from the floor 2 boss was 5%, even though I'm already at 25%. I mean, I understand that 10% of that is from reserves, which wouldn't affect the soft cap, but I still feel like I'm getting too much damage. What I said before about how it almost feels like... triple. It almost feels like the changes to damage with the soft cap specifically are kind of pointless, because they gave up on them so fast the moment people complained. And now I can't help but wonder if there was an undocumented patch that further increased the amount of damage you get. Pretty lame, if true. It's just sort of a baseless hunch, though. There are definitely more bullets there. Just the same exact... Well, that means I'm gonna get another cartridge, right? I guess this is a good showcase that, okay, I may have underestimated these things. Yeah, good. Oh, wait, it's a random crate. I see. But that is a consistent drop of a random crate. Because it's a breach room. Any chance I can find a weapon? Can you tell what I'm trying to do? It's not gonna work. I'll give up on it. If I was very close to where a weapon room is, I might have been able to preserve my drill with the active. Should have quit while I was ahead. I do want to dodge soul extractors and soulmongers properly, but all they have to do to make me do that is make a room without cover, which I do think there are some of them where you fight soul extractors. That was tricky. I'm not happy about any of these. I guess I'll just take focus. I've noticed that new players don't realize you can hold a button to see more info on upgrades. Maybe it... oh... now I wanna... It's lame, but if it helps me enter... oh, okay. That's a room where that actually matters. It's lame, but if it lets me enter temple, that's fine by me. I guess if I find that one card, it'll actually be good now. Sunk cost foolishness. Not bad for clearing rooms, but I'm going into a boss, so... I'm not the biggest fan of just dense walls of bullets, like that one pattern that just hit me there. Although I do recognize that I could have avoided that situation. It's one of those things where there are less ways to approach the pattern that even work at all. Right. I guess you can shoot them a little bit just to knock them away. I haven't been thinking about that too much, but I should be. I'm taking so many hits it almost feels like I don't deserve to go to temple, or maybe even win this run. For the block minigame, I would say pay attention to the sound of when you block one of the shots, and use that to tell when you should switch direction. I don't know. I'll try the Thunderhead. I could have avoided that. I'm a blunderhead. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna need focus. I'm not sure. Well, actually, yeah. That was a lapse in judgment. Oh, that's... I see. I see how... that's devious. I'm not sure if I'll even be able to build up enough multiplier by the time I get to the boss. Maybe if I try a little harder. Try to preserve it now. We'll keep in mind that chain lightning is actually very good for crowd control. Well, I want another shield, is the thing. Oh, so that scales with loops too? Does that just teleport you to a random room or something? I was very concerned for a second what was gonna happen there. Well... Okay. It's a choice between the secret room and security. I'll take the security. I'm not sure which of these is better. Maybe the triple. I think some of the bosses are pretty big targets, and I think the combination of triple and the AoE might be more damage, but then stacking spears. I just don't know the numbers. That's what's going on. I don't know that freeze really does much. Does it work on firewall? I'll think about this later. Decisions. Is there anything stopping you from just stalling here? I guess there's no reason to stall. That's not good. I think I'm pretty good with that one, so I'll do that last. Those bullets are so messed up, and I'm also terrible at that addition to the pattern there. That was new. I don't think I've seen that before. Loop 13 temple for sure. I won't agonize over this, but I will make a serious effort to do tier 4 temple on loop 13. Kind of looks funny with all the spears. I think I was feeling some loop changes during that last phase. Still 5%, really. Cursed weapon. Reserves. 15. I think after I grab this, it'll definitely start kicking in. I'll take the ammo. Maybe I can get the hats, but... Well, no, I pretty much showcased how you get all the hats. That card is just another way. Yeah, now it's 4%. Yeah, I think I'm an Ice Mage hater. They're so difficult on high loops. Where were you when I needed you? So weird. I will ignore this. Even though I probably need it. I don't know why I took that. Maybe if I switch off of this active, that card could be useful. Oh god. That was really bad. I must bully in order to survive. Whoa, did I trigger that? That pipe of beads weird on death effect? That's what that looked like. I think I sort of understand this room finally, but it's still really hard. Yeah, I think that's good. I think I can recuperate that way. I never thought Seekers would be that scary. Well, that's 83. Maybe I should be taking it a bit slower. It should be the same. What used to be a challenge is now an opportunity to restock. I think this is what would have happened to some of the bosses if they had no loop changes. They would be the easy part of the run, when everything else gets way harder. I think the devs mention, Overlord shouldn't loop, and I'm like, are you nuts? Of course Overlord should loop. You're severely overestimating how hard that boss is. And you made it easier. You are accounting for that, right? So, maybe it's because I said that, at least in part, that Overlord has slight looping effects. I hope to see something major on loop 13 at least. I mean, maybe they want easy bosses and hard levels on high loops, but I don't. It would be rather jarring to me. The toggling cover is a clever idea. Didn't those used to have destructible bullets as part of their on-death effect? Am I tripping? That was really mean, Grim. Do not get up in my face like that. Ah, so close. I guess another point about why I feel so strongly about Overlord and keeping things consistently difficult is it was Relics of the Past, right, that added practice mode. The idea that something is slightly too difficult for most people doesn't hold as much weight when you can practice. And it's not difficult for someone to beat Overlord once and to be able to practice it then in the mirror as much as they like. I do think that's an important point. Doesn't really matter because there's another one. I should have... why'd I do that? I should check the ammo requirements first. Well, triple is better now with laser for some reason. I don't know that that was worth it, really. Do I? Fosters capitalism single use. I know what that does. No, it was worth it, yeah. I forgot for a second when I only got a payout of 1 heart, I thought, yeah, that sucks, but it's fine. I still think Overlord is almost exactly the same on high loops. It is still weird. It's funny that the machine becomes incredibly difficult. Monolith, most of the time, is going to be exactly the same. I think alongside with new attacks, they could have made the existing attacks harder. Again, I don't think there would be anything wrong with that. I have enough damage. Okay, I want to use this active here, so at first opportunity I'm going to do it. I didn't read the fireball shrapnel properly. Okay. It creates a shop. That's what it does. And this is where a cardboard cutout of Bloke would be if the loop effect wasn't a thing. So if I lose my shield, I can switch weapons to get it. Well, no, I can't get back because I'm not at full life. If I somehow get to full life, then that would be true. Fine. Trying to stretch this weapon as far as it can go before I switch. I like that these rooms turn necromancers and anathemancers in particular into serious threats. I'm implying that normally they really aren't. But the anathemancer there is quite... It felt like it was attacking me directly. Like the revenge bullets were just part of it. Okay, I'm curious. That's so weird. Does something else happen? Am I missing? I'll review the footage and see if I like lose ammo or something like that. That is cool though. I do like that a lot. Okay, it goes a little further. That's such a cool pattern. I love the way that works out. It's just cross beams, but with double damage. But still. There is an active item somewhere here, right? I can feel the drawback of that active being single use right now. Oh, so stupid. Okay. Homing screwed me over there. I wanted to go around through the top, but I couldn't quite kill the ghost the way I wanted to. Such cool rooms. So much fun. Yeah. That's fine. I think I'll end up with the pea shooter anyway. Maybe the shield and life are worth more. Maybe. Now, triple ricochet is good. I'll clear out more rooms that way. I don't know why I'm clearing everything. I don't have forge, I don't have storm, I don't have magic bag. I just feel like it, I guess. Why didn't I point blank the one that doesn't deal contact damage? Well, do I even want a unique weapon for the boss? The order I pick the last two weapons in does matter, I think. That doesn't matter. Okay. I think I'll probably... it's not really a great... I'll probably run out of ammo, and it's not a great choice for Monolith, I don't think. Charge is fine. Did I get black hole on video before? I can't remember. It passes through everything and sucks enemies and deals damage over time. It's strong. Although it's not terrible to charge up charge mid-fight like that, I do think it excels when entering a room in floors, or when enemies turn invincible, phase transitions. It's because rapid fire is higher DPS, I'm pretty sure. That was mostly good, so it doesn't bother me too much that I got hit. That was lucky. I did not do that on purpose. I think there was a period of armor there. That's another good case for charge. I think in the context of climbing loops, they might say that some bosses shouldn't scale because they're hard enough already. But hard enough doesn't make much sense when something being consistently hard actually means that it gets easier over time as you get used to it. Except this, because this is pure reflex. And in the context of loops, you're gonna do that same exact thing each loop, which means that it gets more repetitive because it's exactly the same. So I would advocate for even more loop changes. I don't care if it makes the game harder. That's the only thing, like, bosses could scale a bit more. The other effects of loops are pretty good. I'm not full clearing this floor, that's for sure. Ugh. That was a bad spot. This room is serious. That was very close. Yeah, I'm gonna need... but vaults are such a gamble. Homing high caliber backshot. Well, the weapons are kind of whatever. Fine. Gamble I shall. Why did you get that close? I require silent concentration. Oh no. That was something closer to the correct approach, but still not that great. Yeah, I think sticking to walls is a great idea for those bouncing ice bullets. Okay, those exploding runes fire way more. That hit was... I think that was poor positioning. Like, notably really poor. Yeah, like, should have taken a weapon. I do think vaults kind of suck. That's it? Oh yeah, I did find 3. Well, I don't know. What could I possibly find? I have nothing in the way of... Yeah, no fortune. No cool sunglasses. I think clearing rooms would just make things worse, so I'm gonna die to database. Almost certainly going to die here, but... Yeah, I don't think clearing more rooms would help. So note to self, even bad weapons are better than gambling on a vault. Was that tracking me more aggressively? I remember it doing a pass without hitting me at least one additional time if I backed away. I think it's fine for me to bleed every once in a while. And, well, I want to have more stuff to upload. I hope this was interesting enough, even if it was fruitless. Thank you for watching.